Hello everyone. In today's lesson, I'll take you through these three topics, A, B, and C. We'll see how we can add a new disk to a VirtualBox Linux VM. We'll then see how that new disk could be added to a new volume group. Lastly, we'll see how we can mount that new capacity under a file system. So this lesson is more suited for a beginner level Linux admins. Let's start by adding the new disk to our server 2 here, which we'd be using for the demo. Give it 5 gig, server 2, new disk. So server was on like it was on power off state, so we'll turn it on at the moment. So while it's booting up, we'll fire up a party session. Okay, so let's check what partitions we have currently and what the disk names are. So we currently have just one disk, which is dev SDA, and it has two partitions. So the root partition is basically that one, which is served from this volume group CentOS. It's called CentOS. So let's validate whether our new capacity has been added on the system. Should appear as SDB. So there the 5 gig capacity has been added as a dev SDB disk. So now what we'll need to do is partition this disk. So initially we go in for new partition, primary partition 1, we'll just accept the defaults here for the sector numbers, just use the full capacity of the disk. So here partition 1 has been created, as you can see. If we were to print the partition table, you'll see that there's only one partition 1 we've created, and it's using the whole capacity of the disk. So now you notice that system ID is Linux here. We need to make the system ID Linux LVM so we could manage this partition using Linux LVM. So for that, we need to change the type of the system ID. So T. If you type capital L here, it would give you all the hex code for various system IDs. So in this instance, I know that for the Linux LVM, the ID is 8E. So you see that the partition now has changed from Linux to Linux LVM. So we just need to write that to the disk. So W writes the partition table to disk. So now If we do fdisk-l, you'll see that we have a Linux LVM type partition called SDB1. So this SDB1 now has to be added as a physical disk. So physical volume created successfully. The next step would be to add a volume group. So existing one is called CentOS. So this is that CentOS the CentOS volume group, and the logical volume underneath is called root, which is dev SDA. Dev SDA2, basically, that one. So what we need to do is now we create the volume group, give it a name, say volume group 2, and the physical disk that we're using is that one. So volume group, now it's been created with the physical disk SDB1. Next step is, if we do LVS, you'll see that the current volume group CentOS has a logical volume root. So the root logical volume is SDA2 partition, basically served from the first disk, and that's the root file system there. So we need to have a logical volume within our volume group that we've created, and we need to give it a name. So in this instance, what we'll do, create lvcreate, name is lvopt2, and we won't be able to use the full 5 gig capacity. In reality, it's actually slightly smaller than 5 gigs. So the capacity I'll provide here is 4.9 gig for the logical volume we're creating, and the VG we created, it's called VG2. So now, if we do LVS, you'll see that it's created that logical volume within the volume group 2 that we've created, and the capacity is 4.9 gig. So next step is basically we do create this as a XFS file system. So now this file system, we can mount it under a fstab. However, before we could do that, we'd need to create a directory where we can mount it. Remove this OP22, and that's where I want to actually mount it under. So mkdir op22. It's an empty directory, so that's where we will mount it. That's the logical volume we want to mount. Mount it under OPT2. Oops, got a typo in there. Now we see that logical volume has been mounted under OPT2 and the capacity is 4.9 gig. So the last step here is we'll just create a file inside that OPT2 using DD. So it's going to create a file called test file, which would be 1 gig in size, just to validate that we can write to that OPT2 directory. So you'll see that 1 gig file has been written there. So that concludes the lesson for today. Thank you for watching.